Hey there, welcome back to Ask Amy. I have a question today from Robert, and I love this question. I think it's going to be very simple and straightforward, but also, I don't know, maybe a way for you to see this, Robert, that is just different, and that's a lot easier than it seems. So Robert says, I'm in the middle of a job search at the moment, and I'm experiencing a lot of worry and anxiety. It feels like the worry and anxiety are getting in the way of my search, like they're making me less positive, so I pass up opportunities, or sometimes like they're making me less creative or resourceful. Any pressure to try to change the worry and anxiety only makes them worse, though. I feel stuck. So, I love this question, Robert, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. It feels stuck because as you're seeing, the worry and anxiety feel real and like they're in the way and like this has to be a problem that they're here. But then anything you do to try to make them go away, however we might try to do that, feels like it only makes things worse. So here's what I want you to consider. And there's really nothing to do in this. I just want you to consider this. What if the worry and anxiety, the thoughts and feelings, which really, it would be helpful to look at what worry and anxiety even are. There's some sensations, there's some thoughts. Your mind says, I feel worried, I feel anxious. So they're given a label, that's fine. But really, there's just some experience. There's some sensation, some energetic experience, and probably a bunch of thoughts and labels. So what if when those arise, when those show up, they're actually not getting in the way of anything? I just want you to consider this and really take it in, like really play with this. Like, what if all of that can absolutely be there and it isn't actually affecting anything? What if it's like clouds moving through the sky? It's just there and it's doing whatever it's doing. And at the very same time, you are able to take action, just take steps that you know to take. Now, your mind is going to try to link these most likely, right? It's going to start to go down paths of, oh no, I'm probably not going to get a job. And then why would I even apply for this one? And all of that stuff might start to happen. But all I want you to do, Robert, is just, I don't know, hang out in this possibility that all of that can be there. It can show up however it needs to show up. And it has nothing to do with your actual job search. You're just hanging out in the possibility of that. You don't have to prove it right. You don't have to prove it wrong. You're not trying to prove anything. You're not trying to do anything differently. You're just taking the steps you know to take, doing the things that have occurred to you to do, that will occur to you to do around the job search. And when worry and anxiety show up, you're just seeing them, feeling them show up, and considering that there's no big overlap, that they are not actually making you less creative, less resourceful, that they don't even have the power or ability to do that. That even with them there in full force, as much as they may be there, even when your mind is saying these are in the way and they need to be gone, even with that, action can and likely will be taken. Just consider that. I'm not saying even push yourself into action. Just do what you do. Watch that happen. Do what you do. Take the steps you know to take from the assumption that whatever else shows up, it just can't hurt you. It is not that powerful to really get in the way. And see how that goes. That's it. Just see how it goes. Because, I think we have these theories, these assumptions that we need to feel a certain way for things to play out. And, when thoughts and feelings are there, to the extent that it looks like they're sabotaging us or they're hurting us in some way, of course, they're going to get a ton of attention, probably be resisted. Who knows what, right? Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe that's not even true. I don't know. But just play in this field of they can be here and I can look for a job and see how that goes. And let me know. So thanks, Robert, for sending your questions. Great question. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And I'll see you back here next Monday. Send your questions to askamy@thelittleschoolofbigchange.com. And I'll see you next week.